All right. So I'm going to start off with something I know probably a bit strange, but I just want to make sure that your shoulder are relaxed. So that's why I'm going to start with this. And it's actually one of my Qigong sets that I do. Don't know who else. Oh, Lindsay, well done. Good morning. Nice to see you. And all right, okay. So let's do this first. So just in your feet close together for now. I actually want you to rotate your shoulders for me. Okay. So I just actually want you to shrug your shoulder right up and just relax down. So you can breathe with it. So nice small circles to your shoulder. So I do want you to shrug them up for now. So when you, and then just one more for me. Okay, now go the other way. So I do want you to shrug so you can feel, I want you to feel when you're actually tensing your shoulder. So when you shrug your shoulder up, you have to tense your shoulder. Alright, so, and then when you drop your shoulders, you know it's relaxed. So what probably you're doing is, if you still tense, you kind of don't drop your shoulder. So I want you to actually feel the difference. That when you actually tense your shoulder and when you actually relax your shoulder. And now, I actually don't want you to tense your shoulder and kind of move your shoulder back. I don't know whether you can see what I'm doing. So I am not tensing my shoulder. I am focusing on my joint on the inside. I'm not focusing too much whether I'm making a massive circle or a little circle. And then again, I'm not tensing my shoulder, so it's a bit more challenging trying to go forward. Okay, so what happens is, if you want to tense your shoulder, you see your arm coming up. Yeah, so I actually want you to relax and just try and make these some more little circle. All right, the other arm, doesn't matter which one. Again, so if you tense, you want to do this kind of thing. So just relax and just put your mind to your shoulder joint. And then rather than actually physically going around, just feel it. Feel it going around. Feel you are circulating on the inside. Not so much, so I want you to relax. And then try and circle forward again. Not too much of, just actually doing the circle. You are still circulating, but on the inside, just the shoulder joint here. And you can go breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathing in and breathing out. So feel the circle, yeah? Okay. I'm still in my resting stance. I want you to have your heels touching, okay? If your heels are touching, your feet might have flared out to the side. But rather than lose that connection between your toes, I want you to then reconnect the big toes. All right, so I want you to reconnect your left toe with left big toe with your right big toe. All right, and so this is called an eagle stance because you've got a gap and your heels are touching, but your feet are not touching. But remember, I don't want you to lose that connection between your big toe. So make them connect as if you've got a rubber band, tie them together. All right, so they are connected. And then I will need you to rotate your hip. Again, rotating your hip, this is not rotating your hip, you just bend your back. So again, it's on the inside when you tilt your hip. Okay, when you tilt so somebody say, I don't know where my tailbone is, and so your tailbone is your coccyx, so it's the last little bone at the end of your spine, so you want that to be facing toward your heels. Soften your knees, okay, your arm shouldn't be behind you, your arm should be in the front, okay, for you to be relaxed. And we're just going to continue with those shoulder movements. So I've sink, I've risen my arm out and up and down. So I want you to sink, breathing in, as if you're feeling something at the top, and breathe out. So keeping your arms not too high. So if you see me, my arms actually doesn't go beyond the height of my shoulders, and breathe out. And again, breathing in. Hopefully, you already feel there's something as if your hands are touching this invisible ball, and slowly breathe out. Alright, okay, so I am going to focus on your shoulder, but still working chi, and breathe out. So I'm just going the opposite direction. I'm actually going to go a little bit higher just now. So I'm sinking as my arm raised to the top. It might be a little bit more challenging to go down because your legs are quite close together. And breathe out. So I don't want you to lose the connection between your hands. So I'm just moving your shoulder joints and breathe out. But at the same time, so I don't want you to, so if you imagine as you sink, your lower back touches the back wall, if you've got a back wall, and breathe out. Alright. I'm going to ask you to come out into your parallel stance. Readjust as if you're sitting down, although you're standing up. I want you to imagine you're sitting down on a bench. Sink. Don't worry about lifting your arms, but I want you to focus on actually sinking, and breathe out 4 times, breathing in, breathe out, two more, just the same, breathing in, again, don't lose the connection between your toes and your hands. One more, breathing in, breathe out. Right, I'm going to go straight into your transfer of weight today. There's a reason for it. So in your parallel stance, 50-50 weight distribution. So when you transfer weight, you sink the weight into this hip, all right? Into the one that you are actually sitting on, then you may move forward. So as you move forward, I want you to push. Doesn't matter where you step. So again, I don't want you to focus on too much of your arms. Okay, I'm back in my parallel stance. Now I'm going to sink to this side. I'm going to step out. So I'm sinking in this one, then I'm going to have to sink into this one. And as I transfer the weight into my front leg, and make a terrible breaststroke movement. And on the return, hopefully, you can see I've still got a circle in front of me. So let's do that again. Sink into this hip flexor here. Okay, As I transfer weight, what I need to do is I need to sink into this one. So now both of them. So I transfer the weight. I know my weight is in here. I'm sinking more in this one. I've got more weight in this leg, less weight in this one. Right, my knees are still bent, okay? Because I haven't got all the weight in this leg. I still got some in this one. And then I would have done my bad breaststroke. So on the return, what I do, I drop my elbow, I sink into this one now, and my arm doesn't need to move. Goodness, hand's too long. Right, back into this circle, see it? Right there. So I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to sink, I'm going to step out. As I sink into this one, I transfer weight. I do a terrible breaststroke movement, transfer my weight back, and back into my parallel stance. So I go in, breathe out, minimal movements from my arms, in, transferring my weight to my front leg, and breathe out. I don't know whether you already realize now, when you sink, okay, when I'm transferring forward, it brings my arm forward anyway. I'm sinking back here, my arms hardly moves. It's coming from your lower bit of your body. So the movement comes from the lower bit of your body. And breathe out. All right, I'm going to carry on. So from here, you know how I always say incredible hook? If you come to my class, you will say, imagine, I've got green on as well. So, you know when he change, he goes like this, doesn't he? But without tensing. So as if you're incredible hook, you've got this ball. So what I'm going to do, I want you to still shift weight. I don't know whether you see what I've just done there. Shift weight. So I'm sinking in this one. So every time I sink, so I'm sinking in this one, I imagine I'm resting this elbow on this knee. So again, so I'm going to sink in this one. So I'm going to imagine this elbow, it's resting to that knee, this side of my knee. So I can go breathing in, breathing out. Okay, are you ready to move again? In. Breathe out. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn. So actually at the same time, if you can, you turn your hands back in here. So if I go back to incredible hook, so I've got this circle, I sink in here, I pretend this elbow sitting on this knee. I'm going to step out, but at the same time, I'm going to turn my hand. Come back, incredible hook. Sink. This elbow sitting in on this knee now. At the same time as I transfer weight, I rotate, so I just go rotate. So what's going on is, I'm following my hip. Breathe out. So I feel my hip, so my hands turn. Back to incredible hook, breathing in. I transfer weight. I turn my hand. I drop my elbows. Incredible hug. And breathe out. Okay, back in. Alright, I'm going to rotate your knees because, just in case, yeah? Just in case you're feeling it in your knees. So, still in your neutral spine, so you still tilt with your spine as if you're still sitting down towards your heel. Not leaning back, I don't mean that. I just want you to glide down. So there's no pressure on your knees. And I just want you to rotate them. One. So you just rotate. So again, if you seen my videos, well, on the Qigong course, you would have done this set before. So the like of Lindsay and Anne and basically my local students, I know most of you have. So again, so you can go in, breathe out, in, breathe out. If you notice, my arm's not like this, okay? I'm still relaxed. Now I just want you to change direction. So you can, so it's bending knee, straightening up your knee, but you never lock your knees out. In, breathing out, in, breathe out, in, out, in, and out, and just slowly stand back up. Okay, readjust, still sinking, still sitting down position. All right, I know lots of people have bad back, lower back. So I'm just going to focus on your spine a little bit today. So I just want you to simply bend your back. Again, rotate your hand, your wrist. Drop your head back. And then I want you to actually tilt back and drop the other way. But you're going to let your arm dangle. Don't hold them. And let it fall towards the floor as if your hands are growing towards the floor. So your knee is still slightly bent. So you breathe in. Turn your hands. Don't stop. No pauses. Then you go breathe out. We do this a few times. Again, so your knee is slightly bent. But you just slowly, as if you deloading your body towards the floor. Don't hold your body. Let it relax completely. So you should be breathing in now. Turn your hands or your wrist. And breathe out slowly. So control your breath. Let it deload all the way down to the bottom. With your knees slightly bent. And you should feel the gravity pulling your hands towards the floor as if your fingers has grown a few inches. And breathe in again this way. I do want you to bend your lower back if you can. I do turn my wrist. I don't deliberately turn it. I just do. Breathe out. Just stay connected. So you're doing all the movement as one. So you're not separating your movement, but they are one big movement. Alright, okay. Back in here, still in your sitting down position. What I mean when I say sitting down is you're tilted in your tailbone, sitting towards your heel. I want you to find your tailbone, so you're going to shift weight to this side of your heel. And then I actually want you to bend on that side of the body. Breathe out. If you find that really tough, then just go down in the center. Then I want you to shift your weight to this one. So I want you to actually sink, use your tailbone as your guide for now, and sink to this side of your heel. And bend to that side. Again, my knees is still bent, all right? Still bent, I haven't gone like this. So I'm just sinking more, I have shifted more to this side, and I go back on the side of my back. Breathe out. So you just could do this continuously. So sink to this side, so there is a weight shifting going on. But this knee, I'm still bent. That knee is still bent. Breathe out. So I'm just isolating different sides of your back muscle. Alright, again, sink to this side now. And I actually bend backwards. Breathe out. You do as far as you can. My arms are still relaxed. I'm not tensing my shoulders. Bending to the other side. Breathe out. I'm still back in my sitting down position. Sinking to this heel. Breathe out. I just need one more. So I will sink to this one, bending my back, and breathe out. All the time, my shoulders are relaxed. Alright, again, sink, sit. So you sink, sitting deeper as if your back, lower back touching the back wall, breathing out. And out. Two more. Just give me one last one. Hopefully, as she rises, so sink. When we focus on the sinking, you actually feel you're touching something with your hands. And breathe out. Alright, okay. Good, I've got 5 minutes left. Right. Hopefully your legs had a little bit of rest now. So I do want you to shift weight once again. So when you shift weight, it's very important that you don't lean. It's not a lean, okay? When you shift weight, you actually sink lower. Alright, so I've already done this before. So let's just focus on this and a little bit more practice. So I want you to sink down. As you step out, I want you to punch. Again, I have transferred weight to my front leg, but my knee, this one, is still bent. Okay, so I still got weight going down that way. I haven't got everything here. Alright, so I'm here, I'm nice and steady. Now I want you, so I don't want you to tense, relax. Open this arm so you could see I'm holding a little ball here. Now, so what happens is I was here, I've gone and transferred weight without telling you. So the weight is in my front leg. Now I drop into this one now as well. That allows me to turn my body okay, and my arm, now I reverse the movement where I haven't, my punch is actually at the front, but I did not move my arm. This allows you to rotate your body because you're sinking down on both of your hip flexors. Now I want to return it. I know, I just hit my arm there. Right, let's try the other side. So in your parallel stance, sink first to your back leg, into your back hip flexors, sitting down in that heel. As you step out, I do have to transfer weight. So when I transfer, what happens is I sink deeper into this hip flexor. Okay, but I've left some in there. That's why I always keep showing my knee is bent. Then I gently just open this arm, but as I open this arm, what I do is I sink into this one as well. And it allows me to turn my body with ease. And I return. Let's do that again. Breathe out. So as I bring this arm, I sink. I don't know whether you can see it. I turn, breathe in. I turn, breathe out. My arms is not moving. It doesn't move. I know, I've just hit this arm again. Breathe out. So all the way forward, so I'm not scared of transferring my weight, it's in there. As I bring this arm out, I sink into this one too. Now I may rotate. So the more you can sink, the more movement you have with your body. And hopefully I haven't bobbed up and down. Alright, I haven't bobbed up and down. I'm still staying, probably, hopefully, if I've done this correctly. Breathe out, level. I have sunk into this hip flexor more. As I bring this arm, I've gone deeper, or it went lower. I just turn. I turn back with my body. Arm is in the same, so I'm going to sit the weight more. So when you bring your leg back, you need to sink into more into the back leg, or you can't move your front leg. You're stuck. Okay? Weight. Transfer. Front. Weight in the front. 70%, only 30. Now 50-50 because I've just gone and sunk into this one. It means I could rotate. And I just return. Okay? And out. So always focus on just sinking. And breathe out. I know I haven't said anything about coming up at the top from your crown, so don't forget that as well, because I need you to do that as well. Breathe out. Just one more time for me. Breathing in. And out. Alright. I'm just going to close. As I come in, I find my pressure point. One in the center of my palm, and the other one between my thumb and my finger. And I just press down. Alright, okay, you rub your hands together. Assuming that you have Qi, you have generated Qi, and then I need your second and your third finger, so the two middle finger. Just massage behind your ears to start off with. Apply pressure. It's not just a skin and skin contact, okay? Just there. And then go to the back of your neck, up and down, go in. Then slowly breathe out to the top of your spine, base of your head. So just breathe, breathing in and out. One more time, breathing in and breathe out. Come to the front of your face, still same 2 finger. So I've gone through this, the side of the bridge of my nose, down through my temple, pass through my soft parts of my jaws. So I go in, breathe out. My earpiece is in the way. In and slowly through my temple, soft part of my jaw. Alright, and that's it for today, and thank you so much for coming online and doing this Qigong with me. I hope you have enjoyed it. Amanda, I know you're new, I hope you really enjoyed that. Yes, and Active Newcastle has said this will be uploaded to their YouTube channel, which is Active Newcastle. And also have John. Oh, and this afternoon there's another one. There's at 3 p.m. there is another. It's a seated. Is it a seated one? Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you, Lindsay. Janice, thank you. Thank you, Lois. Thank you. I'm pleased you did enjoy it. If not, so what I've done today, I worked on your lower back a bit, and your knees, and we have actually worked quite a lot on the transfer of weight. They are actually quite. Thank you, Anne. I shall see you on Friday as well. Yeah, they are actually not easy. It's not easy to do at all. Okay, so well done if you were able to follow. Until next week, and have a good, very, very good week, and I shall leave you here. I'm going to say bye for now, and God bless, and stay safe. Amanda, yes, I loved it. Excellent. Hopefully we'll see you again next week, and yeah, and so you probably got thrown into the deep end a little bit with those transfer of weight today. Hope you found it all right. So if you do want, I do have videos there on my YouTube channel on the transfer of weight. I've got quite a few just little drills that you could